So I decided to make a complete and detailed video for those of you who are here for the first and those of you who saw the process. Now I don't know who remember this guy here, bought it from Harbor Freight. So this is the engine that was in the truck that I have a leaking issue with. So whenever it gets hot here in Arizona, you see leaks here. The water comes from somewhere behind here and it leaks, so I have an overheating issue. Otherwise, this engine is good, it's solid, it's really good, except for the fact that it is leaking here and then I have to decide to change it. But as you can see, the ground here is not concrete, so if I should do this, then you would see how soft it is. So to use this with these iron wheels to push in here back and forth to take this engine out, it was a lot of work. And of course, this is where we're at now. Everything is up and running. It is fully back together. And after I put it in, there's something else I want to share. After I put this engine in, first thing, the engine was just turning over but couldn't start. For whatever reason, I didn't know. But then later on I found out that what happened was that the truck needs to relearn the key. So I had was to stick the key in, turn it halfway to on, and then leave it there for like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, so the truck could read the key and then it could start. But after it started, it runs for a few minutes and then it shut off, realizing that I have an issue. I couldn't figure out what the issue was. But something I know about vehicle, in order for a vehicle to start, you need to have three things. You need to have gas, compression, and electricity. You have to have current for it to start. So after trying to figure out what happened, I take this off, replace it with this one here, vice versa. But that still never solved my problem, so I check all the cylinders. All of them were firing. Still it wouldn't start when I put it back together. So next thing I did, this is the injector rail. I took this injector rail off, and this is one that the engine comes with. I took this injector rail off, and the one that was on this engine, I take it and I clean it and I put it on, but still that never helped. It didn't start, so the battery dies. So I went to AutoZone, get the battery recharge, come back, try to figure the same thing out. It wouldn't start. I figure, okay, you know what, let me try the alternator, because the battery died and the battery light is on, so let me try the alternator. Halfway in the middle of taking the alternator off, then I realized that the alternator wire, I don't know if you can see these two orange electric thing right here. So I realized that the wire was broken. So then I stripped the wire and I soldered it and put it back together, and then put the alternator on, and then of course put the engine back together and all of that. And now at this point the truck relearned everything, and then now it's like, and then I start one click. What it says right here, oh, chunk. So yeah, I end up having 2 extra alternator and the AC compressor. And then what it looks like, no check engine light, no nothing. So I think my problem is now over in terms of the check engine light, and my oil is up, battery is up. So I want to run it for a few minutes and then see what my temperature gauge looks like half hour from now. I'm going to bring it for a test drive. But otherwise, it's all good now. Back, apparently everything's working as it usually does. So that's where I am at now. It's all working, it's all fine. And I changed the pulley that was on it. This one was vibrating a whole lot, so took it off and I put the old one on it, and you can see it's more relaxed now. It's not vibrating no more. So that's cool to me. And yeah, feel good. It's good. So yeah, and the yard is back clean. It's not dirty no more. So that's it.